Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is Gage Nolan, who will fight on LFA 230 April 3rd. Hello, Gage. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
I'm good. And actually, in just few days, you will have probably the biggest fight of your career because definitely it's like a really big promotion. And if you can tell me how excited are you that you will have a chance to fight in LFA and against like undefeated opponent?
Man, I'm really excited for this. I honestly didn't think as an amateur I would get the opportunity to fight on LFA, but once I got that opportunity, I took it no matter who they offered me, and they ended up offering me an undefeated guy. I've seen him. I know people that he's fought. I think this should be a good one.
And how many weeks did you have to prepare for this fight?
Think it was like about 4 weeks because I took it literally the week after my last fight because I fought February 20th in kickboxing. And then like a week later, I get offered Jason Eubanks, and I was like, oh, cool. LFA. I'll take that.
And
So,
and I think actually that it's great that LFA have this kind of opportunities also for amateur fighters because they have sometimes like two or three amateur bouts, and I think that is like good because in the end in LFA the a lot of fighters from LFA in just like 1 or 2 years are going to the UFC, so it's like probably really good to be on the same card as them.
oh yeah, man. I like even though I'm amateur, I still see it as a huge opportunity, like just to get my name out there, show like I know they're not on Fight Pass anymore, but still kind of show the world what I'm about, you know. I'm just whether it's amateur or pro, I'm excited for that chance to fight on LFA just because of the spotlight.
And we are a few days to your fight. And for now, how much of the weight do you need to cut?
I'm doing pretty good on my weight actually. Beginning of the week, I was kind of like, yeah, but now I've got it dialed down. I'm doing good.
And sometimes when I'm talking to like especially like amateur fighters, they say that they don't have like like let's say training camp, but they are in the gym all the time. And for you, are you the same kind of fighter that you of course you have like training camps, but in the end you are like almost all the time in the gym?
Yeah, I'm in there almost all the time. Like they got to kick me out every day. Yeah, almost every day they got to kick me out. But I like to just kind of stay in shape. I also just have such a love for the game that I don't really want to step away from it for long periods, you know. Just doesn't feel right because I've tried that before and I was like, yeah, I don't like that. So I always stay in the gym ready for anything and also just constantly improving.
Yes, and there will be like situation that you will have some injuries or something like this, and you actually will not be able to like be in the gym or like train. And if you can, probably it's like really good to use this time and just train the all the time, let's say.
Man, I actually there was a couple years ago that like I don't think I like did anything crazy significant, but there was a couple years ago I actually did hurt one of my knees, and I was out of like consistent training for almost 2 months, and that's where that came from. I was like, dude, I'm going insane. Like I don't like this. So the second my knee was good, I was in there like all the time.
Yes, and it's probably hard like a situation because you can train, you can do what you love, and it's probably like really not good for your mind. But also probably you can like work on some like mindset skills in this
Oh
time,
yeah.
because if you can't do like physical part, you can be like focused on the other part of the game. So it's like the mental part.
Yeah, it's good. Like when you get hurt like that, it is kind of like a shift. Like you shift from doing all the physical, like pushing yourself, like cardio wise, or like sparring or whatever. You push yourself into like thinking of like kind of like looking at your approach to fighting. Like maybe I got to be a little bit smarter with the way I train so I don't get hurt. You know, like or like better with recovery because I actually I started looking into my recovery more after that knee injury. I was like, man, maybe I got to be a little bit smarter here, you know? So I just started really trying to dial in my sleep, trying to dial in like more rest because I'd be skipping rest days and all that, but now try to take at least one.
And actually, you were like really busy earlier this year because you fought in MMA, you fought in kickboxing, so it will be your like third fight right now. And for
Yep.
the rest of the year, do you have like timelines? So maybe when would you like to fight next after this fight?
I know after this fight I'm gonna be do you know what TBA is? Like
No.
a it's like a big Muay Thai tournament up in Des Moines, Iowa. I'm gonna be doing that. It's gonna be like mid to late June. So that should be fun. I could potentially be fighting two, three, maybe four times that week. So that should be a pretty fun experience. I did the TOC tournament in October. I fought twice that weekend. So I'm expecting same fun experience as last, but after June, I'm not quite sure how many times I'll fight, but I know I'm typically pretty active. Like when I'm healthy, active.
And like Muay Thai fights, kickboxing fights, or even combat jiu-jitsu, do you treat it like the like more of the side quest for your career, or like in some ways preparation for your MMA career?
Man, I treat it all the same. Like I'd see it like it's like regardless of the art, I still see it as another step closer, another step closer. It's still competition. I like to have myself in the same headspace as I would in an MMA fight, no matter what I'm competing in. Like same intensity, same goal. I just want to like not think like take something lightly because oh it's kickboxing or oh it's jujitsu. I don't want to take any of it lightly. All of it's just another step, another step, another step.
And actually, I watched one of your combat jiu-jitsu fight, and you won by TKO. And I think that is like
Yeah.
quite a rare thing because it's like usually submissions or like other like results, but TKOs are really rare. So it probably was also a like good feeling that you in the
Oh
like
yeah.
grappling sport you could win by knockout.
Man, I remember I actually did that one. I don't know whether I had strep or what, but like I was not feeling good that match, but like it was like skill wise I felt great. But just like my body just felt just eh. But got him like later into the round because it was a 10-minute round, just got him tired and then he just kind of covered up while I was throwing the slaps and then the ref broke it up and I was like, "What? I just got a TKO in jiu-jitsu."
Yes, yes, definitely a like cool accomplishment. And for your like overall training, did you have any background before like full MMA? So maybe kind of a traditional martial arts, maybe wrestling?
I started out boxing and wrestling, but before I actually stepped into a gym, I was just kind of just doing stuff on my own in my garage, kind of looking at like certain fighters like Edson Barboza or Dustin Poirier, like kind of like the guys that was at the tip of the top, and I would like look at like whether it was certain techniques they used or like certain patterns, and I would try to mimic that. And I was like, okay, these guys are making it. Maybe I could take their style, y- like learn it, and then add my own little twist. So I just kind of did stuff in my garage for a little bit until I actually got with a coach. And this year is going to mark 6 years since I actually started training in a gym. So I've come a long way.
So you are talking about like Carson, right?
Yep, I there was a gym I was at before, Clinch Martial Arts, but last year there was just like a big old thing where just a whole lot of stuff happened. We ended up having to move gyms, and Johnny was the one that ended up taking us in, which I'm very grateful for. But now I train at Carson's most of the time, but I also do cross train at Forza Combat Sports. Been liking everything about it. Just feel like I've leveled up so much since that switch.
And do you have like in your gyms like the fighters like you so let's say on the amateur level that you think that they can be like successful in the future so in next few years?
Oh yeah, there's a couple guys that I think like like there's I don't know if it makes sense, but like there's like there'll be a couple guys that like you think have more potential than others, you know? It's just all about how they apply themselves. Like anybody can make it if they just apply themselves and put the work in. Like you see it countless times, guys that weren't supposed to make it to the UFC by like their by like the life they've lived, stuff they've been through. They make it because they put in the work and they're just they're relentless with their pursuit. But yeah, there's a few guys that I could definitely see having success as amateurs coming up, or there's one dude I even think he could have success as pro, but he's just taking his time and getting the amateur experience, making sure he's ready, which is a very smart approach. Same approach I'm doing.
Yes, and actually, I think that this like taking as many fights as you can is like probably really good approach because in the end, even if you were like I don't know 5-5 or 7-7, it's like going pro is the thing that's matter. So right now you can like gain all of this experience you fight in like kickboxing, Muay Thai. So probably it's a good approach because when you turn pro, you will be just like experienced fighter.
Yeah, and like with the experience, you'll also have seen a whole lot of different things that you could see in the cage, which that's something Ryan was talking about with why he had so many amateur fights. It was because he didn't want to go pro till he had seen pretty much everything. He didn't want to go pro, then be in an unfamiliar situation and panic. So I feel like it's a pretty smart approach to take as many amateur fights as you can and just learn and get the experience.
And for now, who is your like favorite fighter, especially like from the UFC? And what is your favorite fight? So maybe the fight that you watched a few times.
Man, I wish Dustin Poirier hadn't retired, but Dustin Poirier is probably my all-time favorite. I actually met him when I was 15 in Tampa, and we talked about a Conor McGregor rematch, and we literally predicted it. I said you're gonna knock him out in the rematch, and then year and a half later, he knocks him out. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, man, I've found myself like for just like a straight slugfest, I'll watch Dustin Poirier and Dan Hooker. That was crazy. I remember me and my buddy were on our feet the whole time. This dude that didn't really know much about MMA was sitting there like, whoa. But technical fights, like I'll go look at guys like Alex Pereira or like certain like glory kickboxers or one championship guys. There's actually that dude that just beat Nong O. I was looking at a lot of his fights the last few days. Like the Azadullah guy, he's a pretty good dude to watch if you're looking for like technicality. But yeah, Israel Adesanya, he's actually fighting tonight. He's pretty good to watch for technicality too.
Do you think that he will win this fight?
Man, that's a tough one because I feel like Joe Pyfer, like he's got ridiculous knockout power. Like if he hits you, you're going to sleep. But I feel like there's times that Joe Pyfer's not really shown the best IQ. Like I felt like he had Kelvin Gastelum, but then kind of backed off. But then again, what do I know? I'm an amateur. Like I'm still figuring this out myself. So I can't really talk too crazy on a guy that's in the UFC. But I feel like this is like it's a good get back for Izzy. If he can really hone in and do what he does, then feel like he could keep it at a distance. But it's a tough fight to pick.
And actually, about Dustin, I think that his second fight against Max Holloway, so it was like in 2019, it was absolutely
Oh
great
yeah.
fight. But actually, it's a little bit forgotten because the main event was Israel against Kelvin Gastelum. So
Yeah, dude.
everybody, yes, talks about the main event, but co-main event was probably on the same level.
Man, I've honestly, I think this might just be because of my bias for Dustin Poirier, but I feel like I've heard more about their rematch than I heard about Izzy and Kelvin Gastelum. Like I've heard more people talk about Dustin and Max rematching than the main event. But then again, that could just be because I'm biased. But I remember I was in a hotel room trying to watch those fights, and the stream was lagging so bad. But like I was still so invested because both those fights were great. I was like, I don't care about the lag. They're putting on a good fight, you know.
Yes, yes, definitely. Probably the best two fights on the card, like back to
Oh
back.
yeah. I feel like if I remember correctly, I feel like the rest of the main card didn't really like I'm trying to think of the words, like was kind of below expectation, you know. But then those last two fights kind of saved it.
And outside of the fight game, so where you are not like preparing for the fight or you are not in the gym, do you have like any other hobbies that you like to spend your time on?
Um, I'm real big on like on music. Like I have a Spotify playlist that has almost 4,000 songs on it. I've been working on for the last few years. I like going on bike rides. It's just been so cold, so windy. It's pretty much impossible to actually go ride. Got my longboard actually over there in the corner. I need to bring that out this summer. Uh, also like I know you said outside of fighting, but I like going on like trails, like just kind of enjoying like the scenery. Especially on fight day, if I'm able to, I'll go on like a pre-fight walk, just kind of ease the mind, just kind of take a breath of fresh air before the chaos. But yeah, those are some things I do like outside of fighting. And also just trying new stuff in general, just being like adventurous, whether it be food or something I haven't done before. I like all that stuff.
And actually, I think that this like few hours to the fight are really really like not great because you just wait for the going to the
Yeah,
cage for,
dude.
for this and you
Oh, I
can't
hate the
do
waiting
it
game.
at that point.
Man, I hate the waiting game. The only thing I really can do is just kind of like try to manage my breathing, not let myself get like too deep in my head, and just listen to music. Just kind of go with the flow, you know. There's not really much you can do about the waiting game, and it sucks. So I just try to make the best of it until I go out to the fight.
Okay, Gage. So many thanks for the time and for conversation. I hope that you will win next fight and you will be like successful in like other maybe fights or just like side quest in like in this year.
Thank you, man. I'm really looking forward to Friday. I'm feeling ultra confident. Feel like I feel like with the brightest spotlight that I'm gonna be under so far, I feel like I'm about to shine my brightest. Like I feel like the brighter the lights get, the better I do. So next Friday night we're gonna see. But